welcome to an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live. I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. Woo! And on tonight's edition of Jeffrey Show Live, I'm going to relieve myself of the crutches. You guys have sent me the feedback. You guys don't want me in a tank top. Okay, I respect it. No tank top, collar shirt tonight. You guys don't want me wearing independent wrestler shirts. You guys want me to wear main superstar shirts. Okay, I didn't quite do that. I'm not with the WWE Superstar Shop Zone yet. I'm not a part of that crew or clique yet. And then the third thing, you guys wanted me to remove my cell phone, which is the biggest crutch of them all. So, if I missed anything tonight, you guys, I am definitely blaming all of you guys that said no more cell phones in the video for this Raw review recap from 9/10/18. So without further ado, you guys have waited long enough. Hope the West Coast is enjoying tonight's show as much as we didn't here on the East Coast. Yes, you guys, this Raw tonight was a snooze fest, you guys. Like, I was watching it an hour into it, and all of a sudden I was kind of like, is Raw even on? The show kicked off with Braun Strowman joining Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre, the new tag team champions. They opened up the show. They actually cut a really nice, solid promo. They were followed to the ring by the Raw heels of the show, Kevin Owens, Jinder Mahal, the Authors of Pain, just to name a few. And am I the only one that's upset that we still didn't get the Roman Reigns and Authors of Pain mix-up that we dreaded for last year? In addition to that, the Shield interrupted this opening show promo in true fashion. Is becoming an ongoing occurrence at this point. The Shield comes through the entrance, but they didn't come alone. They came with their weapons of choice. They end up burying the Raw roster as they do every single week. 3 men taking on like 20 of the best superstars in the world. Like, come on, WWE. But honestly, it reminded me of the episode of the Power Rangers. It's kind of like the bad guys started to retreat. You have Braun Strowman, Dolph Ziggler, and Drew McIntyre retreating as like the head bad guys, while they're just taking out the Sabermen doing the Power Rangers as the Shield had their weapon of choice. The show eventually led to Baron Corbin ejecting the Shield from the rest of the show and threatening to arrest them again if they did not leave. They complied with that, and let's move on to another part of the show. We had Nikki Bella, the Total Divas star, Nikki Bella, along with her sister, that was ambushed by the Ruby Riott and the Riott Squad backstage. But it gets a little better. We had Nikki Bella that was in action against Ruby Riott, which honestly to some may not appreciate this match and honestly want to see Charlotte and Sonya Deville on SmackDown tomorrow night. But I actually enjoyed Nikki Bella and Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott was huge in the independent scenes, one of the last females independents that I've seen before going to the WWE. We had Nikki Bella that's been in the game for 10 years. Now, the match itself, off of that feel alone, was pretty nice. Nikki Bella picked up the ring with the, what did she call that movie, guys? The Torture Rack 2.0, I believe. I don't care for it, to be honest, but Nikki Bella definitely getting some steam going into the Evolution pay-per-view, which I will be making a video about the Evolution pay-per-view a little bit later on, you guys. So, we're going to move on with the show with Triple H, who called out the dead man once again. We have the Shawn Michaels Undertaker promo, which everybody now wants Shawn Michaels to come out of retirement. I feel like I know what Triple H was doing. I do. I feel like this wasn't it this week. This kind of reminds me of Triple H's 30-minute promos that kick off Raw back in 2003 and 2004. I just can't get with it. I have a love and hate relationship with this Triple H and The Undertaker matchup. Like, I want to love it. I know I don't want Shawn Michaels to come out of retirement. I'm just going to stop talking about it because I can say good things and I can say bad things, but Triple H and The Undertaker will be happening in Melbourne. In addition to that, we had Kevin Owens, who was on this new streak of Wreck of Havoc. We had Tyler Breeze from NXT, who was looking like he was back in the NXT days with his selfie and crop top. You guys know the Fashion Police was a character that he took on, but this reminded me of that aggressive Tyler Breeze that everyone came to love. Kevin Owens did that pop-up powerbomb on the Ring of Prime, which is the hardest part of the ring, you guys. And Kevin Owens shot a really great promo, probably one of the best promos of the night between Kevin Owens, where he basically said he can do whatever he wants. Like, he's grown. He can do what he wants at this point. That was the obligation. It kind of made no sense, you guys. Let's be honest. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. But we all love this aggressive Kevin Owens moving forward. Now, he has targeted Lashley into a future feud, so I'm excited about that, and I can't wait to see what happens with Lashley and Kevin Owens in the future. Now, I know this happened a little bit later on in the show, you guys, but I want to shout out Leo Rush in the Lashley backstage segment. Completely pointless, completely wasteless, but at the same time, for the culture, for the dark-skinned representation, shouts to Lio Rush, the 23, I don't even know what Lio Rush says. I haven't been able to make it to his Instagram live yet. Maybe I need to start trying because all my boys have been able to make it on Lio Rush's live. So I'm gonna have to get his catchphrase down in a minute. But we're gonna move on from Lashley and Lio Rush to a tag team matchup between Ronda Rousey and Natayla Hart against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. This match I wasn't too fond of. They did pay homage to the late great Jim the Anvil Nye Hart, but nevertheless, Ronda Rousey is like on her warpath of destruction, and she ended up catching the win against Alexa Bliss and Mickie James. Now, what this win does for me, guys, the wrestling smarts here can agree with me. Ronda Rousey may still lose against Alexa Bliss, and I know you guys may think I'm crazy, but listen to me. Listen to me. I would not be surprised to see Alexa Bliss versus Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship at Evolution. I'm just saying, don't be shocked if Ronda Rousey ends up dropping the title sooner than later. Moving along within the show, we have the Authors of Pain that's being built up, which is similar to Kevin Owens in a new light. They had the squash match that reminds me of Braun Strowman and Nia Jax, who equally had success. And the Authors of Pain, which Drake Maverick in their corner, which is the funniest thing in the world. They're on a rage of destruction. They look like they're being used properly. The tag team division is very interesting, and I'm going to segue into the tag team division where the new champions, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler, retain their championship against the B team. Now, the B team gimmick, it seems like it's done. It's finished. Nobody wants to see it anymore. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler retain the championships. But we have the Revival that still may be contenders. After the Pain's being built up, and now at WWE Hell in a Cell, thanks to Baron Corbin almost being arrested, Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre will defend the tag team championships against The Shield, Dean Ambrose, and Seth Rollins. Now, at first, I wasn't enthused about this match, as you guys will see in my predictions video later on, because Seth Rollins is already a singles champion, and now he's just being greedy for more gold. But I'm happy with it. I think it's going to be a really, really good matchup. Now, moving along within the show, you guys, as I'm missing my cell phone because it can be so much easier for me to go down this list as I go through this show that when I'm talking about it now, it actually wasn't that bad, you guys. It actually wasn't that bad. So we have Elias that had his concert here in New Orleans that was interrupted by Mick Foley. Mick Foley shot this cringeworthy promo, and then the major bombshell was that he is now the special guest referee between the Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns matchup at Hell in a Cell. I didn't want it. I don't care for it. We saw Mick Foley, Hell in a Cell, special guest referee at the 2003 bad blood between Triple H and Kevin Nash. I didn't want it. Why WWE? There's a lot of he say, she say talk with Stephanie McMahon. It's annoying. Everybody's saying Jeff respect Mick Foley on Twitter. I don't care. Like, nobody wants to see Mick Foley's slow counts, him moving around slowly, not being able to keep up with the younger guys. I don't want it. I'm done with it. But he made a great main event matchup between Finn Balor and Elias. He tore the house down. And I know it's not all the diving and the jumping and the suicide dives that you guys are used to, but it was a classic wrestling match. In my opinion, with Finn Balor getting a huge win, with a schoolboy pin. And then we have the main event segment, you guys. Roman Reigns ended up Samoan dropping Braun Strowman after being goaded all night through the stage. And it actually wasn't as good as it sounded, you guys. Like, it was actually really dry, the show. But what do you expect from somebody like Roman Reigns? Now, I know I may receive some Roman Reigns hate, you guys, but what do you expect? I mean, Braun Strowman really held down majority of the show. And then Roman Reigns had this one moment where he Samoa dropped that didn't even look impactful. It is what it is, you guys. That's how we end the Monday Night Raw. Now, if I missed anything, you guys really need to seriously reconsider me not using my phones in this video, or you guys need to start my GoFundMe account to make sure I get a teleprompter in the future. But let me guys know what you guys thought about WWE Monday Night Raw, because it was there. We watched it. We got through it together as a family. But what makes these videos so special is if you guys are commenting, interacting with me, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video, you guys. So I'm going to catch you guys later on another exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live.